Hey guys, welcome to the second video of Let's Learn Python over the summer. This video is for both experienced programmers and new programmers because we're only going to have one video from now on for both of you. But I will try and post videos every day and you can go along at your own pace. So awesome. Before we get started, those of you who are using Windows, you might have had problems just doing the whole Python thing from command line or whatever. Actually, let's quit out of here. But anyway, I also found this nice online compiler, so IDE1.com. Not as cool because you're not on your own computer, but you can do whatever and submit it, and it'll compile, albeit slowly. You can even log in with Facebook. That's wild. And yeah, it prints hello world. And later, when you find out what input is, you can change your input and do all sorts of fun stuff. Anyway, that's there. Otherwise, you can also use this, apparently, or without the quotations, I think, and it'll do something and add it to your path. So that's like telling your computer that Python 32 is a thing. Yeah, not really a Windows expert. You should ask David Tang. Apparently, Valerie Winters also got it to work. Cool. Anyway. Here we are with another Hello World program. That's, well, not really Hello World, but I still haven't named that. And today we're going to be talking about variables. So a variable is pretty much what you learned in math class. It represents something else. It represents a literal, and a literal is literally whatever you are trying to represent, like the number 1. In this case, we're letting a equal 1. It's pretty obvious. What's not pretty obvious is that we're assigning a to be 1. And assignment is done from right to left, so we're assigning the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Yeah, this is not the equal sign that you would think in math, so that's not intuitive and not the same. It's assigning, so we're saying a equals this, not a and 1 are the same. It doesn't go both ways. But if we look at it, we're assigning a to be 1, we're assigning a to be 1, and we're going to print it. We're going to assign a to be 1 plus 1, and print it again. So that's a reassignment, and we're assigning b, a new variable, to be a. So that's like copying a into b. And we're also just going to not even assign it there and say a plus b right there. You can kind of guess what all of these are going to be. But this will be 1, and this will be 2, and this will be 2, and this will be 3. Do you see where that's all coming from? You can see that the compiler, or in this case, Python, because Python has its own interpreter. If you haven't seen it before, the interpreter is kind of like command line. You can do whatever you want there, like print hi. And I'll print hi, or a equals 1, and now a equals 1. You can assign things there. Cool. Where are you going to even print a? Just FYI. Yeah, so the interpreter really just reads straight down the page, and, well, yeah, it'll go through here, and initially a is equal to 1, but by this point a is equal to 2, and by this point, I'm sorry, here a is still equal to 1. Because in this one, which seems a little silly, a is equal to 2, and a is equal to 2, but we're reassigning it, and by here it equals 3. So when we reach this line, we're reassigning a to be equal to whatever a is right now, 2 plus 1. So a will equal 3. And the same idea, except we're going to use a twice. It's a little hard to understand the first time, but a is equal to 3. 3 plus 3, assign that to a. That's equal to 6. And now a is equal to 6. Things to know, can't assign literals like that. That's not going to work out. Because a literal can't be assigned to something else. It's literally that value. So that's a little silly. We're going to try it right now, but it's not going to work out. Don't forget to save. And here we go. Nope, didn't like it. Let's comment it out. For those who didn't know, The octothorpe, the number sign, pound symbol, is comment, and a comment will not be read by your compiler, by your interpreter. And I didn't save. Cool. 1, 2, 2, 3. Uh-oh, 4. Why do I have 4? Oh, because I'm not very good at math. That's embarrassing. Yeah. 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6. Cool. Other variables that aren't numbers, well, beyond just integers like 1 or 2 or 6 or 4 apparently. We could also have decimals. It's the same idea in Python. In other languages, this would not work out because there's a difference between integers and what are called floating points, floating decimal point. But here in Python, we're not even going to worry about it. So just treat them the same. Just know that they're stored differently in memory, so that might cause some errors way later. But for now, we won't even have to bother with it. So this will just work the same. And we can see that right now. Yeah, cool. Beyond that, there are also things called strings. We're not going to get too far into that. But a string is a word or a set of words. In this case, actually, we can make it a word. Or we could have it be 2 words. Note that you can add things successively. So like that. So we're going to put a little space in between them. That's what a string is. You can have something called the empty string, which is without a word, but it's still a string. So actually, let's assign that to something. And print C. So here we go. Let's see what happens now. All the numbers we had, and then this is C, but it's the empty string. I mean, if we added something there, now you can see, ha ha ha. Yeah, there you go. There can also be numbers in here. It's not actually a number like the last time. Just it's the character 6. There, look at that. Cool. Yeah. I think that's it for now. I'm going to leave you with a question this time. So if I had 2 variables, a equal to some number, let's call it, that's not a number. There we go. Or even, yeah, there we go. And b equal to some other number, and yes, they can be negative. How would we swap a and b? And you can do this explicitly. You can just say, well, a should equal negative 1, 2, 3, 2, 9, 8. But that's not going to work in every case. In fact, what if I said, given some a and b that are just completely random? Ew, excuse me, let me comment these out. Yeah. Given a and b, swap a and b. And how would you do that? For those more advanced kids out there, can you swap a and b without using a temporary variable? And that's kind of a giveaway about how to swap a and b. But how would you swap them without using a temporary variable? That's it for today. So I hope you all have a great night. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or the day after if I am lazy or cooking something delicious and thus cannot be here to teach you Python because, you know, food. It's great. Or so I hear. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.